Hey, what's up guys? So today I wanted to tell you the real story behind how I lost $1 million in my mid-20s during the late 2000s real estate crash. If you're not familiar with the story, here's how it went. I got in real estate when I was 20 years old. It was 2002. I came in, it took me 8 months to make my first sale, started making a little bit. After a year or so, I was making a lot of money selling real estate. And the way that I lost all that money was I took that money and I started flipping houses. I wasn't buying for rental income. I was buying literally to sell it the next day. And so what I did was I was leveraging. I would take money, I would put down on a house, I would take a loan, and I would flip that property. Well, every time I sold a house, I would flip that money into another house. I would take out another loan, and I got to where I was doing multiple houses. And so when the real estate market turned on a dime, I had nowhere to run. I had about $1.5 million worth of debt that I was paying on. All the equity that I had in my properties literally evaporated overnight. I sold many of my properties for exactly what I owed on the properties and got out from under them. But at the end of the day, I had to let a couple of properties go back for foreclosure. I literally went through all the savings I had trying to hang on as long as I could. Why? Well, all the gurus at the time were telling me that the real estate market's only going to be down for a year or two and it'll come back. Well, a year or two went by and it was still going down. Another year or two went by, it was still going down. This was the real estate crash that never ended. So I was really young, but the golden rule for me and my family, who was a blue collar family that never really had any money, but the golden rule for us was always to buy real estate. But nobody ever told me that there's a right way and a wrong way. There's good debt and there's bad debt. And at the time, since I thought I was a real estate mogul and that this is how real estate was done, I was just buying and flipping and really thinking super short term. I was not thinking about long term at all. And there, my friends, lies the problem and the lesson that I learned. Now, let me come back to the real estate investing lessons and what I'm doing now to secure my portfolio and really build it long term. But let me also dive into the real estate sales side as a real estate agent. So the one thing I did wrong there was I didn't realize that closings continue to happen. And so in that market, again, I was thinking short term. I would sell a property and never talk to the client ever again. Of course, they were never talking to me either because they weren't fixing to jump back into that highly overvalued market. And all I had to do was go out and make 10 more phone calls to make 30 more grand. So again, this is how I thought real estate was done. And so I was all in. I was working hard. I was making it happen, but I was not securing my future. Every move I made was for short-term gain. I could not see past the next few months. And I was not thinking about worst case scenarios. If I knew then what I know now, then I would have been building a database, doing a weekly email, building it as big as I can, making sure everybody knows I care about them and I'm here to work hard for them no matter what. I would also understand that closings happen no matter what, regardless of market conditions. And I can go out there and succeed in any market. Yes, there'll be some years with less transactions than others, but it's never gonna go to zero. And it's always gonna be a massive amount. Right now is the most incredible time for you to go out there and begin your real estate career, or take your struggling career to the next level, or take your incredibly successful career and 4 and 5 and 10x it over the next 3 to 5 years. As I am your completely free real estate coach, and my 60-day challenge can be found at udokwuadiamond.com. You can go there and collaborate with the other 16,000 agents around the world, as well as click the like and subscribe button so that you never miss another video. In terms of what I'm doing differently now in my real estate investing portfolio, what I do is for all flips that I do right now, I pay cash for. Now, I know a lot of gurus and a lot of people say that that's not the way to go. They've even told me, but listen, real estate investing and investing in general is all about your specific personal risk that you're willing to take and your comfort level around what you're doing. So my current model, I go out and I buy flips. I may do one a month, something like that. It's pretty passive for me. I'm gonna pay cash for those and I'm gonna roll those over. Everything that I buy that's long-term rentals, which is quite a bit, I'm always gonna borrow money on those and look at the cash flow against expenses and income each month. So I've got a nice portfolio of long-term rentals that have debt and nice cash flow, and I have several flips that are going on at all times that I pay cash for. This puts me in a very comfortable position, whereas if I own houses free and clear that I'm flipping and I get caught with the market or a bad analyst or something like that, then I can just simply turn around and rent that property out, refi it, and then boom, it's a long-term rental with debt. So I'm always playing it super safe. And part of that is because I lost everything back in the crash. So my current model is a very conservative model, but it works for me. You have to go out there and figure out what works best for you. I enjoy sharing some of my stories, some of the mistakes I made. I hope that you can learn from them. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if there's anything in the world that I could do for you. Have a good rest of your day.